Oh, hi everybody. My name is Dr. Ade Otukoya, and today I'm going to be talking about some of the toughest days you can have at work. Probably sometimes it's personal, sometimes it's at work, and we all have those. You can imagine some of those days take the absolute wind out of you. You're looking ahead on a tough day. You've got some projects that you have to deliver, and the pressure is massively on you. At other times, it's just that you just have a tough day at work, and it's always difficult to comprehend on the times when those things are going on. And one of the things that I found is most of the time when we look back at those tough days, you think, oh, I wonder why I thought that was going to be a tough day. Or they at the end of the sessions or whatever the event is, you have that sign of relief to say, wow, I'm glad that's over. But actually, it went really much better than I thought. This week is about graduation for our students, and I could just imagine the pressures on the students, the organizers of the events, the location, the individuals taking part in the events and doing things. All of them must have been absolutely under massive pressures because there will be unplanned events that will happen as well. So pressure sometimes can really be not very good for us. So, but one of the things I wanted us to think about is to say, how can we turn those particular events into something positive? So, what do you do? We grow when we are under pressure. We get out of our comfort zone because pressure puts us really under pressure zone under that, and we can grow through that. And once we're able to achieve that, then life becomes easier. Let me give you an example of people who are doing a presentation or people who have to speak to hundreds or thousands of people. There's pressure before then to deliver. There's pressure whether they're going to, people are going to laugh at the right places, people are going to clap, and all of those. And that makes people to get under pressure. And it's fine. But once you've done those events and once you've overcome those challenges, then things become better. So I want us to always think about pressure, not in terms of the bad thing likely to happen, but in terms of the positive result, having overachieved that, because that means you're going beyond what you are comfortable with. We sometimes get clarity out of chaos. So all of these things going wrong, and we really need to sit back and think about the best solution. I find that as a leader, you have some challenges ahead of you, and by thinking them through, you end up at the other side of it, actually making the right decisions. But the right decisions are sometimes a function of the pressure you've just been through for you to come through as well. So pressure is, I can see actually is very, very unnerving, but in reality, it makes us to think about the most innovative way to make us be very creative about our approach to try to resolve it. But at the end, the result is sometimes better than what we would have expected if we weren't put under that. Struggles creates empathy. When we are struggling, when we face challenges, when things are not going to plan, we develop this empathy to help other people and make them feel better. And we become better in the process ourselves. So never discount the importance of pressure. Sometimes, though, pressures don't normally go very well. We have setbacks as a result of the pressures we are under. We make mistakes. All of those things happen, but don't waste a good mistake. So if you get something wrong or a setback or anything else, it's always good to go back and reflect and say, what can I learn from this? What Because yesterday or whatever it is happened is gone. You cannot fix that. But what you can fix is the experience gained from that for today and to make a better decision tomorrow. All great leaders make mistakes, no doubt about that. If you're not making mistakes, you're not trying hard enough. So for me, yes, of course, it's really can be very stressful to be under pressure, but there are lessons to be learned from that. So hopefully, those are some of the things that you will get from it. Then our gratitude in that when we are faced with pressures and difficulties and challenges and setbacks, when we think about that, we are in a situation where we are able to make that decision. And so somebody was saying this to me the other day. He said, if you are stressed about work, we're thinking, oh my God, this is so difficult. Actually, we're lucky we got a job. If you look at the gratitude from that side. If you're struggling because we're in traffic, oh, actually, at least we've got a car, can't even afford that. So it's looking at the positive side of life. I'm not saying that we always have to do that, but if you don't, it leads to a whole lot of other problems in terms of depression and looking at the negative side. So I always try to think, what can I learn from some of this? So when you face a very tough day, sometimes at work, in whatever it is you're doing, you have to be able to live through that moment and say, this is temporary. This too shall pass. These challenges shall come through, and I will come to the other end of it and look back and see the challenges and be able to deal with that and hopefully learn from it. So today is about thinking positive about the situations that we're in. How can we deal with pressure? What can we do to make sure that we don't get distressed to a particularly different level? And I know that because a lot of, especially since the lockdown, people have suffered from depression, they've suffered from all sorts of things, challenges are there, they've lost their jobs and everything else. What can we do? There are advantages sometimes when we lose a job. It might give us an opportunity to find something else, to find ourselves. So for me, today is more like a call to action to say, when you're going through tough times at work, absolutely understandable, but always keep about some of the lessons that you can learn from that. So here is me signing off. My name is Dr. Ade Otukoya, and please subscribe to my channel. And I hope you continue to listen to some of the things that we do and make suggestions as to what it is we can like. Share your ideas with me because I might be able to learn and pass some of this as well to other people. Thank you so much, and it's been a pleasure. And thank you, and hopefully see you soon.